welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center. Yeah, after the long international break, the Premier Sport is back. Earlier on, we saw beautiful encounter in the world of Premier Sport. Later on, we will read out the result to you. But right now, we are focusing on the match between Bournemouth versus Arsenal. And right now, it's looking like a balanced game. But I will not be alone to talk about this encounter in the Premier League. Week 8 of the Premier League, and definitely the table will be changing. If Arsenal can get a victory here today, they'll be going right top of the table. Well, in the studio, I have with me Shegu. You are welcome.
Good evening, Solomon. Good evening, Yamite, and good evening, football lovers. Well, it's always great back in the studio to talk about football, club football for that matter. The last 1 week has been, an absent week. A lot of people have been talking about how boring international football is these days, but it's still we're back to club football. We saw earlier Manchester United getting a victory, surprising victory over Brentford in today's fixture. But it's very good for Eric Ten Hag. And we also saw Tottenham defeating West Ham United 4-1 in the earlier fixtures. And back to this game between Bournemouth and Arsenal. Another interesting fixture. We saw the Bournemouth game against top Chelsea, and it shows how stubborn Bournemouth can be against any team. But they've held their own in 30 minutes of this action against Arsenal. And that big man up front talking about Evan Nielsen. I really want to see how the Arsenal's centre back Gabriel and William Saliba are going to angle against the striker. He's always full of hands against any defenders. So let's see how much he'll be coming into this game. But it's a game Arsenal really fancy getting a victory over, because that's every point really matters for the Gunners right now going forward in the EPL, because they want to sit on the table. Twice they've come short of Manchester City on the log, and they really want to get it right in the third season. So let's see how they come out against Bournemouth today. But it should be an interesting game, a game where Arsenal can really get a victory, a close victory if they'll be getting a victory in this one. But we still have about 60 minutes to go in this game, and still 0-0 in the 30th minute. And let's see what's the next 1 hour of football we hold.
Yeah, let's see what the next 1 hour of football we hold. But Mike, you're welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And it's a good day to talk about the Premier League again. We saw Manchester United slim victory. Had to come back from 1-0 down and won that one, 2-1. And Arsenal's visit to Bournemouth. I think right now the referee is having something to check. Maybe possible red card.
Yeah,
that's a red card.
Red card to Saliba.
It's Saliba.
That is a red card in the 30th minute to William Saliba.
It shouldn't have. It didn't have to do that.
That was that was an unexpected foul from William Saliba.
Didn't have to do that.
There was no need for that. It's just 30 minutes into this game, and it's now right now putting Arsenal, in a big pressure.
And it
is
so important to Arsenal.
So
how will they survive the next 3 games?
It's not. They are not facing Chelsea soon. They are not facing Chelsea soon. Yeah.
I need them to decide.
You might. The only time.
It's part of the run of matches before
Next month. So like 2-3 games before Chelsea now. No. The only time we've seen Arsenal drop point is when they had a red card. Against Brighton, and the other one again. Yeah, that was when they drew. The first one they drew was that against Brighton, and the other one again against Man City. Yeah, they drew. So
you know what I want to see this now? I really want to see, because we saw that game against Manchester City when they got that red card. They chose to defend against Manchester City for the better minutes of those games. They chose to defend. So it's left to see in this game, will Arsenal chose to come out against Bournemouth, or will they go back to the pragmatic football of trying to defend against your opponent when you get a red card? If they're choosing the latter, that is to defend against Bournemouth, it's really going to hurt them a lot. I was talking about Evan Nielsen when we started this commentary, because I remember Evan Nielsen against Chelsea was a handful for the 2 Chelsea defenders. Talking about Levan Cowie and Fofana in that game, and coming into this game whereby Arsenal have lost one of their prominent defender, one of the defenders that looked up to in the game, William Saliba, is going to be a very big miss for them. And we have not even talked about the midfield, how much they've missed Martin Odegaard in the middle of the pack.
Saka is
Bukayo Saka.
There's no Bukayo Saka. It might just be a game whereby against all odds, Bournemouth might just be fancying getting a victory over the Gunners in this game. And I won't be wrong if Bournemouth can just be fruitful in front of goals in this encounter.
All right, let's see what happened in the next remaining. This match is right now 31 minutes into the first half, and we're just having 16 minutes left to be played in this encounter. So, we see Saliba form part of the solid block for Arsenal now, and Kaisaka is absent, other guy is absent. If you're Teta, what will you be doing right now?
Right now, as far as I'm concerned, I think Gabriel Manganes will just man the central back. So Partey will double up and be doing defensive and number 4 position. Because if you reduce the number of bodies up front, it will limit your goal scoring chances. And you need to score. So the only thing they need to do now is, as soon as possible, get a goal. When you get a goal, then you bring in a centre back. So when you bring in the centre back, then you defend the goal. That's just
Shagu, if you're the coach of Bournemouth right now, seeing all the loopholes are created by Manchester from Arsenal right now. So what will you be doing to take advantage of it?
He still has a good formation going into this game. Starting with 4-2-3-1 formation. You're looking at the man up front. You still have Trapinia in the middle. You have Antonio Semenyo, who can always be a big problem against any team. So I think he still has some big problems up front against Arsenal. So if I'm the manager of Bournemouth, I won't be touching my attacking 4 players in this encounter. Just keep them in that way. But right now, the big problem, though, the big question, the big headache will be on Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager. You have just 3 players at the back right now. Even Mikel Arteta, till the end of this first half, I won't be making any panic substitution right now. You still have Thomas Partey in the middle of the pack. Good for him. He's starting both Thomas Partey and Declan Rice deep on the pivot role in the middle of the pack. Why not just let Thomas Partey, do the double work for them in the middle of the park, defending and joining straight into the center of the fence, joining Gabriel in the center of the fence, and also pairing with Declan Rice in the middle of the park. Because if he's going to make any silly substitution right now, it might be him taking Leandro Trossard out of this game and bringing in a center back into this encounter, which might just shake the balance of this encounter, just to make Arsenal defend more than attack in this encounter. So we've seen teams play with 3 flat defenders. So I think if he's still going with this game, he's still a formidable squad that he can still choose to attack with and find a victory. The only biggest problem he might be facing in this game is if he chose to play defensive-minded game against this Bournemouth. That is not acceptable. Even William Saliba is taking a red card against Bournemouth, I think Arsenal might still fancy themselves of going forward. The 10-man Arsenal against Bournemouth might still fancy getting a victory.
All right, back to back, like I said before, the red card they got a manager draw. So ow! Are you seeing them getting the first victory with a red card for the first time in this season?
I think that this game is a difficult ground to come to, Bournemouth, this season. And when you look at the way they approach their games, they don't respect anything. So I think most likely Arsenal might drop point today. But with this red card, it's going to be very difficult. Even if Arsenal go up, they will come at Arsenal. When Chelsea visited this ground, Chelsea was just lucky. That's just the truth. Chelsea was just lucky. Last minute. So I think Arsenal too will face the same fate.
All right, the match is ongoing right now before they start running the commentary right there at the Vitality Stadium. 11,370,000 capacity stadium, and you hear what they said. It's a burial ground for visiting teams. But let's see again if they will get Arsenal into the grave in this encounter. So Shagu, the commentary of this.
Yeah, one of the players Arsenal will be looking at, depending on today, has to be David Raya. He gave a good account of himself the last time Arsenal played a football game with 10 man against Manchester City. And tonight, let's say even David Raya, who was adjudged as the best goalkeeper in the EPL in the 2022-2023 season, will be coming to the rescue for Arsenal tonight. 23-24 season, whereby he was adjudged as the best goalkeeper. And Arsenal will be making a panic substitution in the 38th minute, and it's Kiwa who will be thrown into this game. It looks like it's going to be Raheem Sterling will be redrawn in this encounter. It hasn't really been a good encounter for Raheem Sterling. He's still trying to get into the mojo of this game between Bournemouth and Arsenal, but he has to be the sacrificed lamb in this encounter, as he'll be replaced by the Polish defender Kewell, who will be coming in to go straight into the center defense of this encounter. And it's now looking like Arsenal are shaping themselves into playing more of defensive game against Bournemouth and try to soak pressure against this Bournemouth side. And let's see if Andoni Raiola and his boys will be taking advantage of this one-man down situation. Cook with the corner kick there, sends it straight into the middle of the park, and still Bournemouth on the face of the Arsenal defense there, sends a long one, and without always going out for another Bournemouth corner kick. Is Stravinia with that big shot there, but that won't threaten David Raya in the Arsenal back of the post there. And it's going to be a corner kick to Bournemouth straight into the 37th minute of this encounter. Bournemouth with an advantage over the Gunners, 11 man against 10 man in the 38th minute. Let's see if they'll be getting a goal of their own in this game. I'll be making that advantage, taking advantage, in focus in this one. It's a corner kick to Bournemouth, and what will they make out of this in the 38th minute? Sends a long one into the box there. Arsenal will equally defend their lines there, and still Bournemouth will held on to that, and still Arsenal defending with all their numbers right now. It looks like for the remaining about 50 minutes of this game, we'll just be going back to what we saw in that game between Arsenal and Manchester City, because right now Arsenal defending with about 8 or 9 players behind the ball.
Yeah, talking about Manchester City and Bournemouth, do they have the same capacity? Because Manchester City is one of the highest attacking side in the EPL, and when we see the fight also, despite the fight, we know actually when you talk of possession wise, Manchester City actually dominated possession when it comes to possession wise in that encounter. Do you think Bournemouth have that capacity to do same as Manchester did against Arsenal?
Yeah, when you look at games like this, it is the situation of the game. It's not correct. We are not comparing with Man City here. Man City is the best team in the land. You separate them from the rest. It is about this game now. It's about the tactical input of this game. Bringing in a centre back doesn't mean you want to revert to defending. You can ask Declan Rice to double up on the wings. He will play and he has a lot of energy. So being one man down, simply put, means players will have to do the job of 2 men per time. So if the fitness level is high enough, and one thing they need to do is just get a goal. So when they get a goal, they put Bournemouth in a situation whereby they want to come out and get more goals, so they can easily eat them on the counter. But when you look at the way this game is going, you have to see the reason why Arteta brought in that centre back. Bournemouth was loaded. He was patient before bringing in the centre back. Yeah. He looked at it from my own point of view. He saw the pressure eating on the defense, and it's better to bring a centre back when you have not conceded than a reactive measure after you concede. So football it happens per time. It's not something that you can say it exactly like this. There's no coach in the world that can predict how a game will go exactly. So you have to react per time, per what you are seeing at that point in time. So when you look at what Arteta did, it's just a reaction per time. He saw that the pressure was eating up on the defense. He had to do something, help the boys from the bench. Brought in Kewell, you see that the pressure has reduced. So it's just simply the science of the game.
Alright, straight into the 42nd minute of the second half. Semenyo on the ball there. The Ghanaian will go back straight into Milos Kekes. And Milos Kekes with a long one straight into the Arsenal half. But this one, David Raya, the Spaniard goalkeeper, we gathered that comfortably spotted the jersey number 22 for the Gunners in Arsenal defense. This one tonight here is the Raya with the ball there. He's not in a rush to send that back into the Bournemouth defense. Sends that into the middle of the park there. A long one from David Raya. Arsenal will challenge that, but Bournemouth into wins possession of that and sends it straight under the path of Semenyo. Semenyo beats his man there, and it might just be a chance for Bournemouth to send that into the cross there. Hey! Chance! Oh, what a chance there for Bournemouth there. David Raya almost fumbled that for the Gunners there, and with a follow-up shot there from Bournemouth will be going to the back of the net. What a moment there for Bournemouth. Still Bournemouth in possession of the ball there. And into the box, there are shots there. But still has a lot of bodies in the box there to block that. And still Bournemouth in possession. Sends it back to Semenyo. Antonio Semenyo with the ball there. Just to drop into the box there. And the pressure is really mounting there in this encounter. As Arsenal doing the better share of defending there. I'm talking about the Raya. He has to come to the party for the Gunners right there. That was almost a bad one for the Arsenal goalkeeper there. He fumbled that and drops that into, but he still defended that very well. Just Trevania with the follow-up shot there, but he couldn't get the needed hit or touch on that ball there. Talking about Marcus Trevania, who's playing as the attacking midfielder for Bournemouth in this encounter. And we're straight into the 43rd minute as a goal kick to the Gunners. And it's David Raya who will be starting on his goal kick duties and sends this long one into the other half of the field there, into the Bournemouth half there. Bournemouth challenging and winning every duels in this encounter since that record to William Saliba. And let's see how Arsenal are going to cope for this encounter. Straight into the 44th minute and still Bournemouth 0 and Arsenal 0 at the Vitality Stadium.
Yeah, Vitality Stadium is witnessing one awesome fixture. Who would have thought that at this point in time, the confident and the Mr. Reliable himself, William Saliba, will be the one almost taking off the space of Arsenal Football Club today. But football is like biscuit. You don't actually always know where it will crack. It has not cracked at the Vitality Stadium, but anytime, anything can happen in the world of football. And that long free kick forward, headed out for a throw into Arsenal. Calafiori will grab the ball and we start the game and send it straight into the box, but headed out by that Bournemouth defender right there. Still Arsenal back in possession, trying to keep track of the ball to actually stop Bournemouth from getting a hold of it.
I think they've contained themselves very well in this game. I guess Bournemouth says that unfortunate record winning Saliba.
Yeah.
We've seen that, try to defend when they need to defend and attack against Bournemouth, not soaking those pressure against Bournemouth, but still taking that necessary pressure to Bournemouth, showing that that's that record position is not really shown in this encounter. It has really still been a massive game between both of them. It has been an even game between both of them. Arsenal still taking the game to Bournemouth in this encounter, and Bournemouth also needs to be very much careful with how much players they push up front against Arsenal at this moment. They don't have to play highline against this Arsenal. You look at the players up front, Leonardo Trossard and Kai Havertz can still out you when needed most in this encounter. So they also need to be careful. The Arsenal guys are defending at the needed time, and they are also attacking when it is necessary in this encounter. As we're getting straight into the 4th or 5th minute of action, it's almost half time as we're straight into additional minutes in that encounter. It's still 0-0 at the Vitality Stadium. Arsenal will look to attack against Bournemouth right there, and it's Senesi who will head that out onto the part of his teammate. Back to Senesi. Senesi will come forward with the ball there for Bournemouth. What will he make after that? Sends it across into the ball, returns on into possession, and yes, still Bournemouth in possession of the ball. Sends it back into the part of his teammate there. Looks to go out wide there. Arsenal regains possession and will looking to hit Bournemouth on the counter there, and it's Ilias Sebai with the ball there, sends it back onto the part of Julian Araujo. Araujo comes forward with the ball there for Bournemouth and is going to roll out for a throw into Bournemouth. It's still 0-0 at the Vitality Stadium there, and Bournemouth takes the fast throw in there, sends it back into the middle of the park where he finds Alex Scott. Scott will come forward with the ball there, returns it back into the part of Milos. Milos with the ball there, goes straight out wide onto the wing there, and yes, still Bournemouth in possession. Arsenal regains possession and will look to attack and eat out on a quick counter there. Still Arsenal in the middle of the park, sends it straight to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey onto the part of Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, the German striker there with the ball there, drops it into his part of his teammate there and tries to find finds Ben White with the ball there. Ben White returns it into the middle of the park. Thomas Partey with the ball there and drops it straight into the part of Declan Rice. Declan Rice into the box there. He might just bring a chance for the Gunners there. But Bournemouth will clear the line, and the follow-up shot there from the Gunners from Thomas Partey won't be threatening Kepa Arrizabalaga and the Chelsea goalkeeper on loan at Bournemouth.
Yeah, Kepa saved that one. No, Kepa has not. I don't think there's a shot on target
Yeah, we have
yet
to
in
say
this
shot on
game
target in the
from
second half.
Arsenal. So goal kick to Bournemouth. Kepa starts play, and it's Bournemouth playing from right to left, and Arsenal playing from left to right. There will be 4 minutes additional time this first half. Can Arsenal hold their own against a Bournemouth side that is in form at home? Though the result has not been in their favor that much. But hey, in the process of this season, maybe something will happen. Evanilson gets a pass into the box. But hey, his cross into the box was blocked by that substitute, Kiwa. And it's going to be a corner kick for Bournemouth. 47th minute, second minute of additional time it is. And it looks like, Shegun, we are heading for an half time that will be stalemate, whereby we will not witness goal in this first half. It looks more like it at this point in time.
Into the 48 minutes, Cook with the corner kick. Is he going to cook with that there? But no, David Raya says that is not going to try to him in the back of the Arsenal defense there. And David Raya holds onto the ball there for Arsenal. Will be sending a long one into the middle of the park, but it looks like a time wasting antics there from the goalkeeper. Galatasaray has doubled their lead in that encounter, but tonight there's no Victor Osimhen starting for Galatasaray in this encounter, as he is on the bench here, returning from injury that deprived him of joining with the Super Eagles for the international fixtures. Back to David Raya, the Arsenal goalkeeper, and a long one there from the goalkeeper who sends it back into the Bournemouth half there. Arsenal tries to win possession there, and with that Kai Havertz when we get in on that, it's Bournemouth in possession of the ball, sends it back into the middle of the pile. Lewis Cooks tries to cook that into the middle there, but Semedo when we get in on that, and there's a foul there. The referee spotted, and the Frenchman says it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal, as Ben White was brought down there by Semedo. It's going to be a free kick to the Gunners straight into the 49th minute of the second half, the last minute of first half of regulation time and additional time in the first half of this encounter.
Yeah, additional time this first half, and anytime from now, the referee will hand proceedings in the first half of that.
But look at that foul again. That was crazy and stupid
silly
foul.
thing for William Saliba.
A player who played 38 matches for Arsenal in the EPL last season. I think 2 seasons running now. He has played almost all these games for Arsenal. You expect him, even though
important player,
22 years old, you expect him to come into those games with a lot of experience, and you would expect this kind of crazy mistakes.
No. It's a very silly mistake from. But you know, sometimes you can lose your head. It's just a split of a second to think, and we hope that he will come back and learn more. Maybe Arsenal will drop point in his process of learning, because he's that Marquis, the central back, is the one that controls the defense. So it's going to be difficult.
This game is about Bournemouth and how much they can be wasteful in games. I remember that game against Chelsea. They stood every chances of getting the victory over Chelsea in that encounter, but how wasteful they were in front of goal was what really caught them in that encounter.
They lost a penalty.
And coming into this game right now, you can see since that record situation, I think they've been wayward with their crosses and have not really gotten threatening Arsenal in the.
So it's half time at the Vitality Stadium. It's a Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 0, but Arsenal has been reduced to 1 man down. William Saliba, the French international, was sent off. A straight red card, which will mean that in the Premier League, he will miss the next 3 games. And
it's going to be a massive miss for Arsenal. Going into 3 games.
And who do you think can come into that position? And because they have a pool of left-legged defenders in Arsenal, and they need a right leg to actually be able to balance things up in the center of the defense.
Towards putting Kirill in the middle of the defense to play for the main time.
That was left and left. Gabriel. Gabriel is left. Even Calafiori too is left-legged.
I think it's going to miss Chelsea game, because when you look at the next 3 games in the EPL, wow, it's really going to be.
It's not just EPL. It's their Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup in between. The 3 games will be missing: Arsenal against Liverpool in the EPL, Preston against Arsenal in the EFL Cup, and Newcastle against Arsenal. You'll be returning back in that game between Arsenal and Chelsea, November the 10th of 2024. Now that is the next game whereby William Saliba is going to return for the Gunners, pending if Arsenal actually come out to actually appeal against that record, and it's still sequence.
I think they want to appeal it, but
want to
as far as
appeal.
I'm
That's
concerned,
the
it's
record.
spot on.
It's a record
It's
because
spot
that
on.
Evanisi was the last man in that situation.
You
there.
don't hold the
So
last
you don't
man
hold
there.
the last man.
That was the wrong thing to do for Saliba. Well, sometimes like Yami say, sometimes something just come over their head and they begin to.
It's football. You have to think in a split.
They lost their
of
head
a
sometimes.
second.
Well, let's quickly look at the stats of this first half. We see it was a balanced game, 50-50 ball possession here. So if you look at the goal attempt here, Bournemouth had more goal attempts, 7 for Bournemouth and 3 for Arsenal. Then if you look at the shot on goal, Arsenal had no shot on goal so far, 2 for Bournemouth. And if you look at the corner kick also, Bournemouth had 5 corner kick, while Arsenal had just 1 corner kick. So that's to tell you that Bournemouth was the better side in the first half.
Yeah, let's say Bournemouth was the better side, but it has really been a fair game between these two teams. And whenever you play against Bournemouth, we're here in the studio where they played against Chelsea. We know how dicey it can be for Bournemouth against any opponent. They can come into the games and try to defend and play low blocks. And even when we're playing 11 against 11, low block seems always a problem for Arsenal to try and break through. Talking about it now, you're not talking about Bournemouth who can really defend all their life all through the game. Their first initiative when coming into the game is not to lose a point. So 1 point is always going to be an advantage when you play against the big boys in the EPL. And the advantage of Bournemouth, so when William Saliba got that record, he gave down the control of the game straight into the hands of Bournemouth. And they've not really looked out of place against the Arsenal team. It's 11 against them in the first half. So you expect the better share of the better part of the ball to be played by Bournemouth in this encounter, which they've not really done bad. It's just about them getting the ball into the back of the net, getting the ball straight into the hands of Ivan Nielsen, where you know how deadly it can be in front of goal. And I think it's going to really be a big headache for the manager. Talking about Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, because that middle of the pack is lacking creativity. You're taking Raheem Sterling out and you're leaving Mikel Marino, who is being left with the bulk of creativity in the middle of the park for the Gunners. I want him to be more of a defensive-minded midfielder than attacking midfielder. Is most built in the part of Martin Odegaard for the Gunners. So they have a big 45 minutes to come. I think if coming into the second half, the best mindset for the Arsenal manager might just be for him to come into the second half and try to see if they can get a draw. Because when you look at the bench, you ask yourself, who is going to come into the middle of the park and get a victory for Arsenal? The defense is lacking creativity, except for maybe when you look at Gabriel Jesus or Martinelli, who we know went about 7 months or 6 months without getting a goal until when he starts scoring of recent for the Gunners. So he might not just be a reliable source of goals for the Gunners. Gabriel Jesus, when was the last time he scored? And Zinchenko, who is more of a defender. So when it comes to attacking mind, it might just be Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, who has the experience to come into the game for the Gunners. It's going to be a really, really tight affair for Arsenal. I don't really know what the mindset of the manager might be in the second half for him to get a victory over this stubborn Bournemouth. We saw how much Chelsea had to dig to get a victory over them. So whenever you play 11 against 11, it was a balanced game in the second counter. Talk less of when it's now 10 against 11. It's not it's so unbalanced right now, and Arsenal needs to dig. The players has to do double work on the pitch for them to get a victory in this one against Bournemouth. And who else is going to be happy about the way the game is going? It has to be Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City. Those are the front runners this season. Aston Villa also got a victory, and they are looking like they are not a fluke this time around. That yes, they are here to compete against the big boys, and they can get the result against any team in this encounter. But I think Arsenal should be coming into the second half looking secure, because when you look at the first half, even after the red card to William Saliba, I think they've looked compactable. They've looked compact in the middle of the park, and everyone still fancy getting a victory against the run of play. It's just about them getting that opportunity and putting the ball into the back of the net. That is the most important thing for the Gunners.
Yeah, that is the most important for them. Okay, talking about you've actually analyzed the bench of Arsenal. But let's look at all these players who are the NATO because of loan agreement is not going to be part of this match today. And one midfielder there, Odegaard, Saka, Tierney, and Julian Timber. Then Tomiyasu will be absent because of injury.
Yeah, injury Tomiyasu is one player we've always known to be out injured for the Ghana, so it's not it's not a new problem wherever he's out injured.
Okay.
So
Okay.
looking at the game, the injuries,
Okay.
it's really going to be a
Okay.
big problem for Arsenal. For how much they'll be missing what
Mm.
that big man there, William Saliba, who got that injury. Where he is celebrating, this
Mm.
defensive pair of the Arsenal. That's
Mm.
Gabriel and William Saliba. How much they've worked together in the Arsenal defense. How much of the proof to be the best defensive and pair in the in APL this time around this season. But let's see how what if that record is really going to affect Arsenal. Because for how much, for how long will they cope? These are the kind of record situations that come back to define your season at the end of the season. Whereby you still look at it that yes, that was where we lost the league. With losing William Saliba is really going to be a big problem for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's really going to be a big one for us now. Yeah, I think Yamite has gone for a tea break. He will join us very soon. To those who want to hear Yamite speaking, we'll be back very soon. He just went for a tea break. And we've seen the first half. So before the first half resume, let's quickly talk about other things that happened during the international break and before the resumption of the leagues. We saw former Chelsea and Bayern Munich coach Tuchel nominated England coach. Are you surprised? Were you expecting
I
it?
wasn't surprised. I look at when England lost when they chose to leave Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
I think they were lost. They were left with two very big options to make the next manager.
Oh.
It was either Mauricio Pochettino was left loose by Chelsea, or you're either getting Thomas Tuchel, who worked out of what's it called, Bayern Munich. One of those two has to be the manager of the England national team. And United States of America pushed what's it called, Pochettino to be their manager. And I think the next big name available for the English manager shot has to be Thomas Tuchel. I'm not a big fan of the list of England managers who we have right now. I think they are not up to the task. Is it Wayne Rooney you want to make the next England manager? Is it Gary Neville? Is it Frank Lampard? England actually have the pool of the talent right now, but they need a manager who is right there, who has the experience, who is formidable, who has what it takes, to get tactical details into the head of these boys to approach games. You look at Spain and you look at Germany, you look at the caliber of managers they have, and you ask yourself, with the pool of talent England is having, why are they not competing with the big boys on the big stages? So I think Thomas Tuchel, when you look at away from when you look at the rivalry between England and Germany, I think it fills the gap very well. He's a manager who has won it all at the big stage. Won the league with what's it called, with Bayern, with PSG, won the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea. So he's up to the task. It still edges above every manager in England, every England born manager. We saw a lot of sticks have gone to him from the English press, from especially Gareth Neville and what's it called, the Liverpool's legend there, what's it called, Jimmy Carragher, who has thrown a lot of sticks around that appointment. But I think when you look at it, Thomas Tuchel is actually a massive massive employment for the England national team, because he is a serial winner. He knows what it takes to win trophies, and he's built for those trophies. We look at the Chelsea run to winning the UEFA Champions League with Thomas Tuchel. It was a smooth run for them. Competition to me is always different from when you're playing marathon football, like the league football. Yes, he might not win the league with Chelsea, but when it comes to club football, he knows what it takes to win club football. And when cup football, I think with the England national team, with the pool of talent they have right now, Thomas Tuchel might actually do a very good job with them.
Yeah, you might want to put before when you went for a tea break, we are talking about the new appointment of Thomas Tuchel as the England manager. What's your own opinion, man? Are you happy with that idea? Did you see it coming, or just a surprise?
The thing is, first off, is a surprising appointment, because the English they are not friends with the Germans when it comes to football. So for you to go and bring a German coach, number one, I'm surprised. But when you now look at it objectively, you see why they went for it. When the English FA executive was speaking, he was talking about a serial winner who knows his own names, a successful coach that has been there, done that. Thomas Tuchel, has not been bad league-wise too. Because when you look at that second season in Chelsea, he was stopping, I think, till December until that injury, Lukaku issue came up and destabilized the team. And he still managed to keep Chelsea in top four. But just oppose that to how he went at the same Man City, eliminating them from the FA Cup, lost in the final though, defeated Man City in the Champions League final, came in Super Cup, won it. You know, the way he set up his team when it comes to cup competition, you have to give it to him. And mostly, England is going for cup competition. They want to win the World Cup. That's the main reason they signed him. They gave him a 1.5 year contract. So, their aim will be 100% World Cup. That's why he's resuming the job in January, not immediately. So, let's just see how that marriage will fare. And over time, I still think it's a good appointment. But England's gain is Manchester United's loss.
All right, let's leave that one to the next one. A lot of fans have been itching to hear from you, Shegun and Yamite, about the Libya situation. You know, how they held the Super Eagles of Nigeria. To me, I will call it hostage. Even some people want to deny that.
That's what
you understand? Right, so to me, I will call it. So what's your own view?
Hostage might just be an understatement. That was
kidnapping.
To me, that was more of a kidnapping and hostage. It was unfortunate for to see, but you know, it's not really the first time we are seeing things like this. It has really been long, whereby you know we've been seeing this kind of dark acts from North African teams when it comes to even the CAF Champions League. We've seen it. Maybe we've not really seen it when it comes to the national team. We've not been hearing of that news. When it comes to national teams, you're talking about international players coming to a party. And unfortunately for them this time around, they messed up with the wrong team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You look at the caliber of players playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. A lot of big clubs around the world. The EPL teams are much interested in the safety of their players. So that has to bring it into the wide news. They've tried it with Rivers United, they've tried it with Enyimba FC, both from Nigeria, but this time around it's the national team. And we've seen from both angles. They claim that when they came to Nigeria, they were treated unfairly, or they were abandoned, or they were diverted to Port Harcourt Stadium. But from all what we've heard from what's it called, Lajire, that is the media officer of the NFF, who says that yes, all their information came in just about barely 1 hour or 2 hours to them landing in Nigeria. We saw a lot of news over it, but I don't really. I will still be waiting for what CAF decisions will be over it. But it was so unfortunate from the Libyans FA to try and play that kind of dark art with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We're talking about superstars this time around. It's not a Chan Eagle whereby we're looking at our own base Super Eagles players, in this situation. This is an age of the social media, whereby any small thing, you look at Nigeria for that issue, social media in Nigeria.
Libya was trending. They
wanted to trend, and the players gave them Nigeria's populars actually gave them reasons to trend on the social media.
Before we go back to the match, Arsenal and BOURNEMOUth Arsenal. Once more, I stay with you, Shegun. The Super Eagles called off that match. Because I listened to pull out of the match, and I heard one of the journalists was saying that they don't have that right, except the match commissioner that has the right to kind of cancel the match. So that definitely the Super Eagles has infringed on some of the. Are you in agreement with that?
See, I'm not in agreement with that. Unfortunately, before that match, the game was actually cancelled by CAF themselves, who said that game has been postponed. So I think that's
CAF actually postponed it before.
They postponed. There was a communication to everybody, to the media channels, that yes, this game has been postponed to foreseeable future, and they will be leaving it straight into the hands of the CAF disciplinary committee to decide if it's going to be replayed or 3 points awarded to any of these two teams. I think that was barely maybe like 3 hours before that game. So that actually settled down the whole issue there. So I think the Super Eagles players, it was actually a right decision for them to travel back to Nigeria. You can't be kidnapped. I won't choose to use hostage. Kidnapped for 16 hours. In the airport, no food, there was no water, there was nothing, locked in the airport. No, no, they didn't come into Libya illegally. They came in legally.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be choosing. You shouldn't be treating them like people who came in illegally, trying to get straight into the Mediterranean Sea, or trying to get into Europe. These are professional footballers, for Christ's sake, playing around the world. So you shouldn't be treated that way.
Yeah, I think we have to talk more about it in our next talk sport. But Yemi, to you, what's your own view on this?
Yeah, I think it is a deliberate attempt. It is condemnable. It is something that shouldn't be raising its ugly head in the world of football at this time and age. I think CAF should be brutal on them with the discipline, because this is not a good selling point for African football. It was all over Twitter. Even those that are not Africans know about this, and now it is not good information. Even when Africa wants to host international competitions, these are not good things, and you have no reason. For instance, you are trying to claim Nigeria was hostile. No, Libya is not. It is not Egypt. Libya is just a very low football playing nation. So why will Nigeria
want to frustrate them?
Want to frustrate them for what? Even their full team, it's so annoying, the cards and the emotional gimmicks they want to bring into play. But I'm so happy that Nigeria didn't prosecute that game. That's one of the things I'm very happy about, because it got to a time Bayer Leverkusen wanted to send a private jet to come and pick Boniface because of their stars. Look at Boniface scored today. After losing a penalty, still later got a goal for the winning goal for Bayer Leverkusen today. Now imagine that kind of asset for a club and being hostage for 12 to 16 hours. It is condemnable. I think going forward, the punishment should be heavy.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, just sad because already when we started, a lot of people started comparing the African Cup of Nations with the Euros. African.
No, you can't compare.
The last one was standard.
It's just officiating. People are comparing. In every other sphere. No. We can't do that. It is an error.
But people are giving it a high.
You have to look at the visuals. You have to look at the organization. You have to look at how the fans were faring. You have to look at how filled up the stadium is. You can't compare.
All right, you can hear that from Yama. So we go back to the match. That is the match between Bournemouth versus Arsenal, and it's still goalless. Yeah, Shagun.
Yeah, still goalless on the start of the second half in that game at Vitality Stadium. Arsenal defended with all their life against Bournemouth in this encounter. Let's see if Bournemouth were taking advantage of that one-man situation in this encounter. Don't forget it was a red card to Arsenal centre-back William Saliba in the first half of that encounter. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, as David Raya will be taking this goal kick situation as we're approaching the 50th minute of this encounter. 5 minutes into the second half, we can see Bournemouth doing everything possible within their power, so to say, if they'll be getting the first goal in this encounter. It's really going to be a lot of problem for them if they end up conceding a goal against Mikel Arteta and his boys in this encounter. A goal kick there from Arsenal, and it's David Raya who sends a long one into the Bournemouth half. Arsenal with possession, sends it back there, but Bournemouth returns that favor from Senesi. Yes, still Arsenal in possession. Is Kai Havertz on the ball there, sends a long one into the box there, and it's going to be advantage Arsenal. It's going to be a corner kick, a situation whereby Arsenal can choose to make use of their dark arts in right now, because we know them to be very good from from
set piece,
from set piece situations. We've seen them score
especially Saliba. Gabriel
who is captain in Arsenal tonight, sporting the jersey number 6 for the Gunners. The Brazilian
has really improved. The pairing with Saliba really brought the best out of him, and we just have to give credit to Arteta. That pairing, that centre back pairing, I think if not the first to be in the top 2 centre-back pairing in the world of football, club football right now, because you have to look at the cohesion, the understanding, and one using the right leg and the other left leg gave them the balance they really needed, and playing on the right-hand side of the defense and the left-hand side, really good balance, deep quality thinking from Arteta. I have to give them a lot of credit, and that corner kick has been taken, but hey, Kai Havertz couldn't direct his head down target. So 51st minute of that action, Bournemouth would like to take advantage of this possession they have right now. And one man advantage when Taverniers went past two men. And he couldn't get past them. He had to send it straight to his teammate down the left who will press. And Menyo running outside. Ben White with a cross into the box. But was cleared by that Arsenal player. Still Semenyo with the ball. But lost possession in the Arsenal box. So Arsenal nil, Bournemouth nil. It is at the 52nd minute at the Vitality Stadium. Will there be some vitamins at this Vitality Stadium today? What do I mean by that? Goals, goals, goals. We celebrate goals in the world of football. We want to see goals. And doing even the highlight after the match, you just want to see the goals. So will we see a goal in this encounter, not just witness a stalemate as it was in the first half? Yeah. Well, the first half of Arsenal game, Southampton was 0-0. Second half, we saw 5 goals. And Shegun, it looks like the way Arsenal is going about their business this season, they are not as clinical and cutting-edged like last season during the early members of the league.
They've not really been clinical this season. They've bulk of their goals has been from the defensive players this season. We've seen now, William Saliba and Gabriel come to the rescue for the Gunners of the season. But I would really want to say that the bulk of that is based on the injury for William. For Martin Odegaard, who has really been the very big link between the pivot role and the middle of the back in the attack for the Gunners. But they've really missed up their topmost striker this season due to that injury. I'm very sure Mikel Arteta can't really wait to have him back in the starting 11. Yeah. But in the absence, I don't think.
But I think it has been extended till I think December.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw it was November.
Odegaard.
I think
November, December.
Missing out till November. That was the last time I saw.
Yeah, I think last week it was. He had a relapse.
So it's really going to be a very big miss for the Gunners, because when you look at the middle of the park, they've not really gotten a player come to the party. Yes, Bukayo Saka has been getting the assist for them, but it hasn't really also been.
He's also injured.
It hasn't really been the Bukayo Saka we used to know. This season
he looked fatigued actually.
Martin Odegaard, and he's not playing in this game against Arsenal, and they've also taken out what's it called. Raheem Sterling, and shows how much Arsenal are trying to defend. They are defending with about 7 players behind the ball right now.
I think it's about 8 behind the ball.
Yes, about 8 players behind the ball right now. Bournemouth will look to attack against the Gunners. Sends it straight to Semenyo. Semenyo with the ball. He crossed into the box there. But the goalkeeper, David Raya, is going to gather that comfortably for the Gunners right there. As we approach the 5th or 4th minute of this encounter, about 10 minutes into the second half action in this one. Still 0-0 at the Vitality Stadium.
And Victor Osimhen is coming on for Icardi in that game, ANTALYASPOR against Galatasaray. The number 45 is back on the field of play. Can he do the needful? Can he add to that 2-goal cushion that Galatasaray has already? Batshuayi also coming up along with him at that encounter. So straight to the Vitality Stadium is Arsenal attacking right now via Thomas Partey, who is trying to straight to the right hand side of the attack and also sit in deep in the middle of the park. It's going to be a lot of energy exerted by these Arsenal players who have to play about 60-70 minutes of this game. One man down.
Well, look at that substitution. I think it was a very wrong substitution from the Arsenal manager. Before that red card, Raheem Sterling was still looking like the better or the best player for Arsenal, leading the
going
attack
forward
for them in this encounter. He has initiated a lot of attacking threats for the Gunners in this game. I was even expecting him to be withdrawn. I was expecting more of Leandro Trossard to be withdrawn in this encounter, but fortunately, Mikel Arteta chose to withdraw. What's it called, Raheem Sterling. So let's see how.
But I think it's due to the fact that he's just trying to get into the Arsenal system, so he will prefer to set up. Osimhen just got a goal.
Come just come on and got a goal.
Into the thick of action, and that was an immediate impact there from the Nigerian striker there, Victor Osimhen, who is on loan from XC Napoli to get his goal for what's it called for Galatasaray. In the Turkish Super League. Right there, immediate impact there from the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. Get on the 3rd goal for Galatasaray in that encounter against ANTALYASPOR.
Yeah, I saw the press from one of the executives of Napoli talking about it was not intentional what they did, blah blah blah. But I just see it like it's just trying to paint a better picture, because now players will be wary of going to, especially marquee players, will be
Well,
wary
you
of
know,
going
they
to
might say it's
Napoli.
not intentional, but at the same time, Victor Osimhen also wanted out of Napoli. There was
Yeah,
no chance of him wanting to play or
especially
stay
after
yeah,
that
after that
social media
social media
mocking.
mockery. Yeah, there was
Uh,
no chance of him staying with Napoli. That bridge has actually been broken, so there was no way it was going to be merged. The best thing for both parties was of Victor Osimhen
to live.
leaving that team, and it has really been a good one for them. They've gotten Romelu Lukaku, who has been getting those goals for them also, and that has really been good for Victor Osimhen also with Galatasaray
Galatasaray.
also getting goals for Galatasaray. So I think it's a very good divorce for both teams.
But the goal has been chopped off for an
Oh, for offside,
offside. No,
yes.
there's a VR review still under. Goal is allowed. Goal is
Yeah,
allowed.
so the goal
But yeah, it was 79th minute. It came on the 80th minute. 1 minute, it made an impact.
yeah, that goal was
And-
standing there for Victor Osimhen in that encounter, and that game remains up 2-0 between Galatasaray and Antalyaspor in that encounter. Back to the Vitality Stadium, where it has really been an eventful day for the central referee in that encounter. It's Declan Rice, the England midfielder there, who is currently on the top there. Since that was a foul against him there from Semenyo there. Let's see if the referee is going to be giving the Ghanaian a yellow card, but back on his feet. The footballers you just have to be careful with making decisions, because they can make you make the wrong decision. But
decision,
thankfully, there's VR this time around to double check if that decision is actually right. So straight into the 58th minute, some minutes away from the hour mark in that game at the Vitality Stadium, one of the smallest venues of football in the Premier League. A long one there from the Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya. Easily blocked there by Helia there for Bournemouth. Sends it back into the middle of the park. Tries to get in Van Nielsen. Arsenal will clear their lines through the defender there. Kiwell there. Still Arsenal in the middle of the park here. Right there is Thomas Partey, the Ghanaian midfielder who couldn't help Ghana to get a victory over Sudan in the AFCON qualifiers. They lost 2-0 in that encounter to another Sudan team who was led there by another Ghanaian, and Kwesi Appiah, who is the manager of Sudan in that encounter. Still 0-0 at the Vitality Stadium, 59th minute, approaching 1 hour of mark of football in that game, and still 0-0 between Bournemouth and Arsenal.
All right, let me just say something now about the Ghanaian side. It's one of those I think I actually wanted us to discuss during the break, but we don't have much time. But I think this is an opportunity. What do you think is wrong with the Ghanaian side? Because this, unlike Ghana, they are one of the big names. After Egypt, Cameroon, Ghana is the next for the country that have won the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, every big name have their transition period. So I think that's what is wrong with Ghana. But the transition period now, it doesn't have a calendar. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't have a calendar, so it depends on your approach. If you don't approach it right well enough, it will continue. Look at the transition period of Man U. Since when last they won a major till now, it can be that long. So if you need the right approach, now for me, the way Super Eagles is shaping now, a wise thinking person will give that job to a Guavo. A wise thinking person, give him time, support him the way you support foreign coach, give him money. Just, you know why I'm saying this? When you look at, is one coach that I've seen, I've seen his Super Eagles from time till now. He's one coach that learns from his mistakes. That's one thing I noticed. Look at that game against Libya. They were not getting goals. Look at how he was tweaking the formation, even on the field of play. And I think in that game, we switched to about 3 or 4 formation on the field of play. If you don't understand the science of the game, you might not be able to see it. But he keeps twerking it around. There was a point there were 3 defenders. There was a point there were 4. There was a point that there were 2 holding defenders that the others joined the attack. There was a time they were playing full eye line. And it's all about timing. So it is what it is. Ghana, if they miss this nation, there was a point Super Eagles didn't go to Nations Cup too. It's transition period. They'll come back stronger
We did
and
qualify for the
better.
Nations Cup even after winning it in 2013.
Yeah,
We did qualify for
yeah, for 2015. So it's not.
normal. And back to the Vitality Stadium where Bournemouth are doing everything. Here is a Ghanaian. There's Semenyo with the cross into the box there. And with that one threatening the Gunners, the defense there is a long one there, clearance there from the Arsenal defender there. It was going to be a throw-in up to the Gunners. Bournemouth has really dominated this game. 18 attempts in this encounter, but no goal to show.
10 attempts.
10 attempts, sorry, for Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium, but no goal to show for every attempt in this encounter. Arsenal will look to clear their lines on the other side of the hour of mark of football as we have just 28 minutes up to go in this encounter. Bournemouth, Ariola, the manager, will be preparing through substitution right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a double substitution for Bournemouth, but the referee says play on. Calafiori will start play, sends a long throwing forward, headed back into the Arsenal half. It's possession in contention right now, but Declan Wright went down on that tackle from Semenyo, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal at this point in time. Thomas Partey was not around for Ghana. It seems like everything, even when he was around, they were.
Yeah,
They
well,
were
you have to look at it, and you don't have to. I don't think I really blame Thomas Partey because even Arsenal themselves are trying to really manage him. We saw how much he was out injured for the Gunners last season, so he has to be managed. Just like Reece James has to be managed by Chelsea. We saw the Chelsea manager, came out to talk about Reece James that he can only play one game a week. And even that one game is not 90 minutes in a week. This will be having some a couple of changes there in the second time. Bournemouth will be making 2 substitutions in that encounter. Is Zango will be withdrawn in that encounter. In the 63rd minute, Scott will also be withdrawn. It's trio of substitution for Bournemouth in that encounter in the 63rd minute of this game. For the next 27 minutes of this encounter, Bournemouth will be looking to chase a victory. An unexpected victory, sorry, against the Gunners in this encounter. Let's see if they will be getting this victory. Travinia also withdrawn, so it's Travinia, Scott, and Zanga will be withdrawn in this encounter. Clivet, Chelsea, and Christian Tara has been thrown into this encounter. Let's see what this trio of players will be bringing into this encounter for Bournemouth.
Yeah, let's see if there will be the icing on the cake that Bournemouth need to get over the second best team in the land, Arsenal Football Club. Yes, they are here to win a Champions League, and David Raya almost fumbled it right there. But hey, the Bournemouth attacker couldn't get to that one on time. So 64th minute of action. It is Bournemouth nil, Arsenal nil. Kluivert couldn't run fast to get to that one. And David Raya, it looks like that goalkeeper that has been top is beginning to go down.
Now, Martinelli has been thrown into this game, and you ask yourself, who's has been withdrawn in this game? We ask ourselves right now, was that substitution in the first half, taking out William Saliba, taking out Sterling, was it justified for the Gunners? I think it's not justified.
Not really.
And right now, Trossard hasn't really come to the party. You need the experience of Raheem Sterling whenever you take, I think probably when you got a record. I think Raheem Sterling will have produced more better than Leandro Trossard in this account. For about 60 minutes of this game, we've not really seen the effect of Leandro Trossard. And back into play there is the Gunners who are back in possession of the ball there. Scott will retain possession there for Bournemouth. Bournemouth will clear their lines, and you have to give it to the Gunners in this account. They've not looked out of place at all. And yet, it's a penalty. Is it a penalty or a free kick? Yes, a free kick in that game between Galatasaray and ANTALYASPor there. But that won't threaten the Galatasaray goalkeeper. Victor Osimhen is still looking for a shot goal since joining Galatasaray, spotting the jersey number 45 there. The Nigerian striker who missed out of the CAF qualifiers for AFCON with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He had a big shot there for Galatasaray, but the goalkeeper had to parry that into corner kicks there for Galatasaray. Back to the Vitality Stadium where we are currently in the 66th minute, about 24 more minutes to go in that encounter. It's going to be a free kick up to the Gunners here. It's Calafiori, the Italian defender, standing on this. He'll be looking to send that into the Bournemouth box there and see if there'll be an Arsenal player connected to that set pieces. One of the off moments you might expect on the Gunners to get a goal. What we can afford remakers of this sends it a short one straight onto the path of Martinelli. Martinelli chose to run straight and get into the box. There sends it across there. What a chance there for the Gunners there, but that's will be going to the back of the net. Still Arsenal in possession there, and it's going to roll out for a corner kick.
Yeah. Corner kick to Arsenal. Wherever you're watching us from, please let us know your location. Also remember to like and to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. We have a message here from Lamos Lancha. He said Arsenal all the way.
Yeah, you can say that. I think they've actually tried them since that red card. It doesn't really look like a game whereby the Gunners have gotten a red card. They've come into this game, shown class against Bournemouth. Kept their own against Bournemouth. Not even looking like that deficit or that shortcoming of a man down showing in this encounter. So even Bournemouth needs to be very much careful, or else they will concede a goal against Arsenal. You don't give Arsenal set pieces situation like this. And let's see what Arsenal will be making out of the set pieces situation as we're approaching the 7th minute of the second half. It's going to be a corner kick to Arsenal. Will they be getting their first goal in this one? All the time will tell. And it's going to be Arsenal sends that into the box there. Long one into the box there with the Gunners there. Not there. But straight into the hands of Kepa. Irish Laliga who sells the long one there. Might just be a chance for Bournemouth to attack Arsenal against on the counter there, but Arsenal regains possession. Clivet couldn't get hold of that. And you can see Ariola there, the manager of Bournemouth, just chasing these boys there. Yes, they can actually get a victory instead of a draw in this one.
Yo, so 68 minutes of action at the Vitality Stadium. Is Arsenal nil, Bournemouth nil. Ben White will restart play via that throwing down the right in Arsenal half right there. Sends it for us straight to the Bournemouth half. But a retake. I thought it was a foul try. At this level, it won't be funny. So Ziyech has a free kick in that game. Galatasaray ANTALYASPOR. Yeah, he knows how to bend things like this.
Get an assist from
Maybe pick Osimhen or one of the guys in the box. At the Vitality Stadium, possession in contention. And yeah, Bournemouth wins this one and it will be a throw into Bournemouth. It looks like.
And there's a goal for Osimhen.
He's going to put it on.
And Osimhen finally
got his goal in that account. Victor Osimhen will start goal for Galatasaray. What a goal from the ex-Napoli player who is currently on loan at Galatasaray. Then this time around, the goal is going to stand for Victor Osimhen. What a free kick there from Warwick.
And Arsenal has a big chance.
Kepa to the rescue for Bournemouth. Still basking in the in that goal from Victor Osimhen in that game. What a freaking taking there from Hakim Ziyech, the Moroccan winger. We're still talking about him. Is either you get a goal from that freaking situation or get an assist, and he actually put that on the plate for Victor Osimhen, who actually ate that all for a short goal for Galatasaray. Galatasaray 3, ANTALYASPOR 0 in that account. Yeah,
look at the goal! My God!
He got a good control and got an acrobatic goal.
Remember, he won the goal of the month for Turkish League.
What a control! Beat his man.
Wow.
I think Chelsea will be going back on this side. You can't be scoring like this. Even Chelsea alone won't be going for him. A lot of big guys. Look at this goal.
I actually think he'll be tilting towards PSG than rather going to Chelsea.
But it doesn't look like PSG.
Chelsea will be paying that salary. PSG might be letting lose one of what's it called?
What a check again?
This other striker, I can't really remember it. Let's see. I think
they should
better not just cancel that goal from Victor Osimhen. Yes, going to be a corner kick there in the 70th minute for Bournemouth against Arsenal. With Bournemouth be getting their first goal. Victor Osimhen with 3 goals and he's on the verge. With this be cancelled by the referee, we can see the Galatasaray player.
Let's see what we have.
Cycling the mind. Who has broken the deadlock in that game out of Vitality Stadium and finally taking advantage of 10-man Arsenal and getting the first goal. What a moment for Bournemouth. And that goal was by Christie, who was brought into this encounter. One of the substitutions made by the manager, Ariola, has gotten out the goal. What a goal for Christie. What a cheesy goal there from the midfielder. What a goal. It's Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 0.
Wow, what a way to get Arsenal behind in this encounter.
There was nothing
No, he was just rooted on his foot.
What he was going to do there, pick the top corner there and just bury down that chance into the back of the net. A typical training ground routine there from the Christian Sporting, the jersey number 10 for Bournemouth, to send the fans and the cherries into a lot of cheers and moment there at the Vitality Stadium. Yes, Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 0 at the 70th minute. Arsenal has 20 more minutes to respond in this encounter. Will the Gunners be coming back in this one? Only time will tell.
And it's like in the goal scored by Osimhen is still under review. Yeah, the referee is looking like an offside situation there for Osimhen. But let's see.
You don't just cancel this beautiful goal.
And even the victory taker has also been given a yellow card for that. That's ZH.
Yeah, probably yes. Maybe he went on to argue over that goal time wasting. But let's see what the VR review will be. You can see the players are waiting anxiously. I think VR should just not deny the Nigerian striker that beauty of a goal in that account. We're still waiting for the center referee to make his decision. What is that decision going to be? Will it be
it's a goal?
It's a goal for
Understand.
Victor Osimhen. And that stands there for the Nigerian striker. Victor Osimhen will restore goal. Bournemouth got their own first goal against the Arsenal team in this one in the 70th minute, and we're straight into the 72nd minute in that game. 18 more minutes to go in this one. Arsenal will be forced to come out against Bournemouth to try and see if they'll be getting the equalizer straight into the part of Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli on the ball there, but we allowed that to roll out. Very throwing as the Gunners there is Ricardo Calafori, the Italian who was gotten from Bologna. Will be starting on this throwing duties, playing as a left back for Arsenal tonight as they throw into Arsenal in the 75th minutes.
Looking at this game now, I think Arsenal, at the beginning of the season, I was talking about a proper number 9. Now, where is Kai Havertz?
It's not a 9.
Do you understand? Now, if there is a 9, the defense of Bournemouth won't be playing high line. Now, the pressure is too much on Arsenal. That's why they conceded. There are some things that is just pure, clear, like I saw. And I don't know why, but they know what they are doing.
Straight to Bournemouth there, 6 the long ones on the part of Semenyo there, but Arsenal regains possession there, sends it into the middle of the park. Kai Havertz in possession, but the German couldn't hold of it. It's going to be a throw into Arsenal, who are straight in a rush there. Kelefori will be taking this throw in for Arsenal. He's straight into the 74th minute, about 16 more minutes for Bournemouth to get the famous victory over the Gunners at the Vitality Stadium. A victory though really fancy in this one. Bournemouth regains possession, looks to attack against Arsenal, and back into the part of Cook in the middle of the park there. What will Cook make out of that? Still holds on the ball for Bournemouth, returns it back into the middle. Find Christian returns it to Senesi with the ball there, just returns it back into the middle of the park. Christian the goal scorer, and Senesi back with the ball there. He sends it straight to Elia with the ball there for Bournemouth, returns it to Senesi, who returns it back to Kepa Arrizabalaga, the Spaniard who is currently on loan from Chelsea to Bournemouth, sends a long one into the middle of the park there. But just very chance for Bournemouth to eat out on the counter there. But Kluivert, the Netherlands midfielder, will be getting onto that. Yes, he is the son of the Netherlands legend Kluivert, also in this game of football. Yes, we're going to be throwing to Bournemouth straight into the 75th minute of this encounter. 15 more minutes to go in regulation time. Yeah,
Vitality Stadium has witnessed a goal. Kluivert, will he be able to step into his father's shoes? That's the tall order.
He's not starting to tell his father.
Wow, we remember Patrick Kluivert for Barcelona. 1 L of a striker.
Well of a striker.
Honestly.
He's not starting to tell his father.
Well, sometimes it's just a generational talent thing in the world of football. At Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth is still leading 1-0. As Shagun says, 75th minute of that action it is. And Bournemouth look to be relaxed now. Who would blame them? They are leading 1-0.
They have advantage of playing
one man down.
Advantage. So it's advantage them right there. Senesi with the ball there, sends it onto the path there. Sensi with the ball there. He comes forward with the ball there for Bournemouth, and they cross into the box there. That evaded all the Bournemouth players. But Calafori is going to clear that and spot straight into corner kick situation there in that encounter in the 76th minute. Bournemouth taking all the pressure against the Gunners in this encounter. We're straight into the 76th minute there, and it's Bournemouth who has a corner kick in that encounter. Yes, let's see what Bournemouth will be making out of this corner kick situation. It's the goal scorer there, Christie, will be taking this corner kick at the Vitality Stadium. Yes, the fans are waiting patiently to see if the Cherries are going to get a second goal in this encounter. Bournemouth with the corner kick, we call them the spoilers, and they've come into this game trying to spoil or create all the spoils for the Gunners. Still a chance there. Semenyo presented with a good opportunity there, but the follow-up shot there from the Ghanaians was out of place there, and it rolls out for a goal kick. If that ball is going straight to Ghana, it might have gotten to Ghana before
Ghana International Airport.
That must have gotten to Ghana International Airport. Back off the net there for a chance. It was even his Ghanaian counterpart there who gave him the assist. Thomas Partey. Yeah, with very good assist from Thomas Partey. But Semenyo couldn't take good advantage of that.
It's looking more like one of the unbeaten team will be beaten today.
Yes.
Because football has its way of surprising us all, actually.
Liverpool
is not unbeaten.
Oh, what a moment there. What a good defensive work there.
And it's a penalty.
Penalty there to Bournemouth there. That might just be a yellow card to the Arsenal goalkeeper. And you can see the Arsenal players complaining to the referee that shouldn't be.
I think he sold it to him.
He sold it to the it was in the box there. You have to be very much careful. But if VR will be interested in checking that and to see if that was actually
a penalty. From what I'm looking for, from what I'm seeing right now, I don't think it's a penalty. You know, I think we need to have a relook. Look at that. Look at that bad pass.
That's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
Look at it.
Look at that. The hand went straight into the leg. Yeah, he got his leg. So that's a penalty. That's a yellow card also to David.
There was a contact.
He
might even escape the yellow card.
I think he's getting a yellow card. But that was a penalty. He sold it into him and got on the leg of the player there. It was the Eden and there which got
I think
the player. But David Raya might just be a very good penalty. Yes, a penalty saver there. It might be a soft one, but that's not a soft in the box when you go straight into the tackles. It was a sold out there, and he actually bought that with all his money. And it's going to be a penalty to Bournemouth straight in the 78th minute of the encounter, and Bournemouth will be looking to double their lead against Arsenal in this game. And yes, that man there, Clivet, will be looking to get his own fair share of the cake against Ryan.
I think it's time for Arsenal to learn how to fare in a red card situation. You know,
there's nothing.
Because we've seen after perform with a red card because that is what actually.
They didn't defend after getting that.
Yeah.
It's about the result.
The result.
They don't have a player to get those goals.
They've not fair where they've not actually done well when they had red cards. We've seen clubs winning with 2 red cards even.
They have a striker they can always depend on. The all-mark for Manchester City against Arsenal when Arsenal were 10 man against Manchester City was they have what's it called, Haaland up front. And yes,
and that is a goal.
Set David Raya the wrong way. Clivet with his own goal in this one, and straight into the 79th minute. I chose that to celebrate his pregnant wife and where he goes.
Girlfriend.
His girlfriend, sorry. His wife. You have to be his baby mama. Second goal for Bournemouth. Yes, yeah, they're enjoying an a famous victory or a famous scoreline against the Gunners right there at the Vitality Stadium. Clevet with the second goal. Christie with the first goal. Both players substituted came in at the same time, but they've inflicted a lot of pains on the Gunners at the Vitality Stadium. It is the 80th minute already, and 10 more minutes to go regulation time. And it's Bournemouth leading 2-0 in this encounter.
So Vitality Stadium has witnessed 2 goals from the host, Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth against Arsenal.
They don't know what it is.
The Arsenal fans has been silenced. Wow, football has its way of surprising also. Yeah, this biscuit has cracked twice. And Bournemouth 2 goals to 0 already. Gabriel Jesus is coming to do a miracle for Arsenal. Will he do it? Well, only time will tell in that one. So who's going off? It's Kiwa who came on. that is going back to where it came
Have
from.
I actually been verified? Have I been justified?
He caused
right
that
now?
second
Looks
goal.
like I've been justified right now because that was a
Wrong substitution.
necessary substitution from him in the first half. I think you have to give what's it called, Arteta the knocks right now because that substitution wasn't needed in the first half. That was a panic substitution, just like I called it in the first half, an unnecessary one.
But the pressure
yes,
too
also
was
we've
too
seen
much.
Nwaneri. No, apart from the pressure. We've seen teams players with 3 at the back. You still have Declan Rice in defensive
And
midfielder.
Partey.
You have Partey on that defensive midfielder. Just make one of them play do two-man job in the middle of the park and shock the defense with Thomas Partey for the rest of the first half and come into the dressing room and have all this motivational talk with the players that just try and work on their ego that yes you can still do it in the second half. But fortunately, we had to make that substitution, and now we have seen Keyword being withdrawn. I'm very sure that is really going to affect the Polish defender there. Nwaneri also thrown into this encounter. The young England winger. Let's see if they can. Both players can get 2 goals in this game. Both Gabriel Jesus was sharing 2 names with the Biblica, Angelica Gabriel and the Messiah Jesus. Also, if he can come and be the savior for the Gunners in this one. 8 more minutes to go in this encounter in regulation time. Still Arsenal trailing 2-0 at the Vitality Stadium.
So it looks like this unbeaten team will be beaten today, and another substitution. Evan Nielsen is going off. He has had a fruitful game, won that penalty.
No goal, but he has been a trouble.
His impact.
So right now it's Manchester City that's left unbeaten. The only team unbeaten. That's unbeaten in this
Premier League. So 82nd minute at the Vitality Stadium, Evan Nielsen has been withdrawn for Unal. Right there, Ernest Unal. Let's see if he might be able to add to this goal cushion for Bournemouth before the end of this encounter. And the long ball forward from David Raya aimed at Kai Havertz, who lost possession, and it's Bournemouth still in possession, and Kai Havertz committed a foul and looks frustrated and angry. Yeah, it's not a sweet pill to swallow.
Situation. I think Bournemouth should be looking to making Kepa Arrizabalaga some loan, a permanent one at the end of the season. He has actually come, Andy for them in the run into this season. He's actually a quality goalkeeper, but probably not a quality enough for the
to Chelsea, lead a big team.
Big team like Chelsea.
Because even Real Madrid had that opportunity, and he got to a stage, Lunin put him on the bench, the second goalkeeper for Real Madrid, that couldn't bench Thibaut Courtois. So when you look at goalkeepers will win you games, win you tournaments. Sanchez. That's why I'm saying, even if Chelsea wants to win big, you have to find a better goal. But Sanchez, one thing you notice this season is he's making mistakes, but he has improved from last season. Yeah. His ball playing ability is improving. But I still think Chelsea might still need that man. But I'm looking at that Jorgensen, the second goalkeeper. Maybe he can wrestle out the first team.
Alright, straight into the 84th minute and talking about goalkeepers, it's going to be David Raya, the Spaniard, who will be taking this out for the Gunners. He has considered 2 goals in this game against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. It's 11,000 fans who are cheering up on the Bournemouth faithfuls in this one. The Cherries having the cherry moment in this game against the Gunners. Arsenal presented with a chance of reducing the deficit. It crossed into the box there, but straight into the path and ends of the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Gabriel Marquinhos with that header there. But the Brazilian couldn't get a touch onto that, and straight into the hands of Kepa Arrizabalaga. Kepa with the ball there, the Europa League winner with Chelsea will send that into the path of Senesi. Senesi with the ball there, just a long one into the middle of the park. Still Bournemouth who are looking for their 3rd goal in the second half. They don't really want to take full advantage of that record. Unai with the ball there and comes forward and releases it to his teammate there. He might just be a chance for Bournemouth there with this very chance for a 3rd goal. Sends a cross into the box. Arsenal will clear their lines there. 1 area with the ball there. Comes forward and turns into the middle of the park there. And tries to drop it for Martinelli. Martinelli got onto that there. The Brazilian Gabriel Martinelli, as Elias beat, sends it into the middle of the park. Arsenal attacking there. Marino with the ball there. Lost possession and straight into the park. Declan sorry, yeah. He has Arsenal attacking right now. Lost possession. The referee allows place to continue, but says no. When he was penalized there and says there was an infringement on the Bournemouth players. We are getting straight into the 86th minute. 4 more minutes to go in regulation times. Bournemouth with a famous lead, scoreline lead over the Gunners. 2-0 they lead, and I can see the gaffer is not really happy with that scoreline.
Yeah. Well, not really happy because not my team, not my team, but I have some support for Arsenal. Yeah. So
now they are losing, they are not your team. Yeah. All right. I hope the producer is noting that one. Enemy with
did I told you? Did I ever told you that they are my team? I always have some support for them.
Photograph is an Arsenal fan.
You need to see, the viewers need to see his countenance, especially when that first goal came in. It was like a dream, but it's not a reality. Now, Arsenal fans can be very gentle when they are losing. Very, very gentle, calm. They'll just smile small. And because it's something that they anticipate every season, second to none. But, hey, Arsenal has a chance. But, hey, they couldn't convert. Kai Havertz, this guy has suffered.
I remember Kai Havertz had his first goal against Bournemouth when he as an Arsenal fan.
Last game last season was one. Okay, no, it was Brentford. Yeah, it was Brentford. When that game was war. Was war. My goodness. So, goal kick to Bournemouth at this point in time.
Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick to Bournemouth straight into the 87th minute. 3 more minutes for the Gunners. Yeah, to get 2 goals back against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. The confusion on the face of the Arsenal manager, the second highest paid manager in the EPL, Mikel Arteta, with no league to show for the Gunners. Here's a long one there from Kepa Arrizabalaga, who sends a long one to the park into the middle of the park. Arsenal regains possession and they'll look to attack against Bournemouth. Bournemouth regains possession, but the referee says there was an infringement there. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Thomas Partey with the ball there for the Gunners, and they'll look to send a long one into the half of Bournemouth, but drops that ball straight into the part of his player. Thomas Partey in possession, beats his man and comes into the middle of the park. While Arsenal makes a 1-0 with the ball there, returns it straight into the part of Calafiori. Calafiori with the ball, returns it back into the center of the fence, finds Gabriel, who finds David Raya. Raya with the ball, comes inward into the middle of the park, finds Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey returns it back to the center of the fence, and here is Gabriel with the ball. Gabriel straight into the part of Gabriel Martinelli, from one Gabriel to another Gabriel. And Gabriel with the ball there, sends it to David. David this time around looks inward into the defense, then drops it for his teammate. Arsenal will look to break out from the center of the fence right now, looking for a consolation goal against this Bournemouth team. Straight into the part of Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli with the ball there, Azili had to beat, so just to drop it and finds Calafiori. Calafiori with a cross, a teasing one into the box there, but there was no Arsenal player to get onto the end of that. Still Arsenal in possession, a chance there, and still Arsenal in possession.
They repeated everybody.
Everybody.
That looks like a penalty.
It's
Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah. About the referee announced play to continue, says that was a soft challenge as we approach the 89th minute of this one, and it's looking like a Sokwe Otilo moment.
One thing I don't understand is why he didn't take
too much touch, too many touch there.
Too many touches on the ball. And that's one reason why you see sometimes when technically sound code they'll adjust things, people just criticize and they know what they are doing. He said this guy is not a proper number. And he brought in a proper number now and we saw the difference. So look at how many goals has he gotten for Arsenal? And he's also a very, very high on the injury prone list for Arsenal. So I still think that Arsenal need to bring in a striker, and they're most likely Gabriel Jesus will have to do.
Yeah, that's Ilya with a long one there, but Ricardo Calafiori is going to control that and sends it back to David Raya. Raya with the ball there, just to send it back into the middle of the park there, finds Arsenal defender there, what's it called there, that is Ben White, if I'm not still kicking there, who sends it back to Gabriel, who is the standing captain for the Gunners tonight. And Gabriel with the ball there, cuts inward with the ball and drops it straight into the path of his teammates. Still Arsenal in possession. Calafiori with the cross into the box there. But that's not going to threaten the Bournemouth players. Still Arsenal looking to come out to attack and get a consolation goal. A cross into the box, but that rolls out there for a corner kick. And it's 90th minute. Gabriel Jesus with a chance for Arsenal. Let's see if the Gunners will be cutting the deficit of this game in the 90th minute.
So corner kick to Arsenal, 90th minute of that encounter. We are waiting for the minute the referee we had as additional minutes in this one. About 90 minutes, Bournemouth still lead 2 goals to nil. Arsenal has a corner kick. Can they take advantage of this?
Five.
5 minutes additional time it is, and a cross into the box, headed out by the Bournemouth player. Back to the Arsenal player, Uwanere, who took the corner kick, a cross into the box, headed out again by Bournemouth. It looks like it's a supposed case.
Yeah, well, 5 minutes is a long time, and 2 minutes, 2-0 is actually not a secured security lead in the second half. Yes, the Bournemouth in possession. Arsenal regains possession. They'll look to attack against Bournemouth right now as we approach at the end of first minutes of 5 minute additional time. Still the Gunners in possession. You might just be a chance for them to cut the deficit, but Bournemouth defending with all their life in this one. Kenneth Foley with the ball there, returns it back to the Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya. And Raya with the ball there, we look to launch a longer ballistic missile into the box of the Gunner Bournemouth. But this time around, that was a wrong shot from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Frustration for the Gunners in this one as we are approaching the second minute of 5 minute additional time. Yes, like I said, I think to me also it's supported already.
So it's gone. It's the meaning. It's the translation for supported. So Arsenal fans can beat this one, this 3-point farewell.
But you know, at the end of the day, I don't think they have to blame the referee or VAR for PGMOL.
Yeah,
There's nothing they have to blame. That was a right red card to the Gunners.
Most times they usually look for excuses to defend that.
But that was a red card. That was a red card to the Arsenal defender William Saliba. That was unnecessary one there from the Arsenal
Even if they
defender.
go one man down, full man against Bournemouth, they'll still come back most likely with the form that Arsenal is in. They've been going down against Southampton, come back, went down against Man City, came back. And why wouldn't they be able to come back in this one? Saliba did a very silly thing in this era of VAR.
Yes, Bournemouth there regains possession, but the referee says that is going to be a free kick to Arsenal right there. And yes, Arsenal takes a fast one there, sends a cross into the box there. But Kepa Arrizabalaga is going to make himself big. We can see some fellow Spaniards and compatriots here. I'm talking about the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta, looking from the outside of the pitch there as we approach on the 93rd minute. Ariola looking pressured in this one. He knows that this game is not won already, but they still have 2 more minutes to play in this one against Arsenal at the Vitality Stadium, 11,000 capacity stadium, and you can see how loud the Cherries fans are in this encounter. Yes, and we can still see a lot of fans still coming in. Probably they didn't believe they'll be getting a victory over Arsenal in this one, but it's a famous victory, no doubt, against the Gunners in this encounter.
And what a record.
For every moment in that encounter, they will enjoy it, the fans of the Bournemouth home team. They will savor this moment, defeating the second best team in the land. So 4th minute of additional time it is. It's still Bournemouth leading 2 goals to nil. It's gone, it's gone. It's a supposed to lock it. So free kick to Bournemouth in Arsenal half. Can they make it 3? And if they make it 3, it will be going from bad to worse.
Yeah, it's going to go for that one, but I think this game is going to end up 2-0 in favor of Bournemouth. I don't really see Bournemouth getting the third goal, but the pressure is actually much. I really want Kepa to get a clean sheet over the Gunners. He actually deserves a clean sheet on this one. He has kept them, in place in this account. A lot of some season ball has been thrown into the box, and he has handled it comfortably for Bournemouth in this one. Still Arsenal in possession right now as we are approaching the 4th minute of additional time. Declan Rice with the ball, he has been cooked all through this encounter. Returns it back to Gabriel. Gabriel finds Ben White. Ben White with the ball there for the Gunners, goes out wide and finds one if I'm not mistaken there. Arsenal still in possession. Returns it to Ben White in the center of the first. This is what he should have done in the first half. Reverse to Ben White, Gabriel and Calafori.
But the thing is, you can look at it now because Bournemouth is leading. If Bournemouth is not leading, the pressure won't be like this. Bournemouth will still be pressing and trying to score a goal. And this formation might not be able to resist whatever Bournemouth is coming to the party with. So let's just cut Arteta some slack too. It's just an improvised way of reacting to a game of football. But I think what he did was not bad. The pressure was much. He had to bring in the defender. It's just unlucky that it was a kill because they don't have depth. And that's one of the things that
Yeah, straight into the last minutes of 5 minutes additional time. Straight to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli cuts inward there and returns it into the center of midfield there. Yes, Bournemouth will look to get out the third goal in this one. He might just be a moment there, but Gabriel will chase that and rolls it straight to the goalkeeper, David Raya. And that is the final whistle at the Vitality Stadium. It's Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0.
Yeah, congratulations to Bournemouth. They've gotten all 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah, congratulations to Bournemouth keeping clean sheet against the Laliga, keeping clean sheet against Arsenal. And Arsenal are losing their first match of the season. And Bournemouth gradually making it against big names,
They
They
usually
were actually stopped, but they were stopped against Chelsea. We all saw that game.
They almost won. They
Almost
lost the
won.
penalty.
Yeah.
Lost some clear-cut chances. Chelsea just nick it.
At the point we think it was going to end in a draw. Unfortunately for them, Christopher Nkunku had to just need that. It was a self-made brilliance there from the French international.
Wow.
To deny them all 3 points or deny the 1 point in that game and get Chelsea the 3 points. But tonight, it was a big unfortunate one. They got a red card for William Saliba, who I thought should have left that player. Probably won't have gotten a goal in that situation. But unfortunately for Arsenal, they had to lose their first 3 points in this game. You can see the frustration on the face.
Their best
And you have to see their frustration on the face. They'll be missing for the next 3 matches, pending if Arsenal actually appeal that red card. But I don't think no matter the appeal, you'll be missing that 3 matches.
Well, I think Arsenal have to track the situation in the next match. Look for probably change his formation or probably replace him.
Who is the next match?
Yeah, next match.
Liverpool.
Well. I think you're welcome to the studio. Thanks for coming to the studio.
Yes, thank you.
So we still have the big one again on the 17 Women World Cup coming up 9 o'clock, and we'll be here to cover that match live. Don't go nowhere. Stay with us. Yeah, Nigeria versus Ecuador. That is under 17 Women World Cup ongoing in the Dominican Republic. So we'll be here to cover that match. So don't go nowhere. We'll be back in a moment. Yeah.